Hold space to slow down. How do you know when you have to? Welcome back to Project Ozone 2, Episode 12. Spoiler alert. We're doing Galacticraft, we're doing magical crops, plus some just general catch-up. So I think the easiest way for me is just to break this. Quick update over here. I got a not bad workflow, I'll call it. I do a little bit of work somewhere else and I come by here and I can pretty much make 9 or 10 Terrasteels. I think I'm going to try a bit of a different approach here. I'm just going to start making seeds. I can totally make that Master Infusion crystal now. I've got tons of Terrasteel, like a stack of it. I could make a block, turn it into Elementium, make the Gaia thing. Just haven't quite got there yet. So there's the Nether Seed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Radius increase 6. So it covers this whole plot of dirt here. I got a bunch of sprinklers. And then each seed that I've 10, 10, 10'd here, it's going to get 4 little spots. And I'm just going to start making seeds and planting them. And I'm not managing this farm the way I usually do, where there's a harvester per crop. So when it's full, it stops, and it'll stop updating presumably once a certain crop type is full, so it's not always running. Back to the custom things, compressed Gaia. It's crazy how intense that seemed. I'll tell you, this is definitely a milestone for me, being able to make this infusion thing. What happened to my... Oh, I didn't reset it. Function. Cool. It's so red. So you are going to have to be an internal craft now. And you are going to have to be... What's your next thing? Oh, you can do anything. We want you to do this. Aha. We can start making the demons of magnitude. What else? Diamond, emerald, wither, manulin. Aha. So I need 36 Terrasteel to make a Terrasteel seed. Vibrant alloy, and Draconium. I don't actually know where you get Draconium. Is it the end? I haven't been there yet. I probably should go. I did not think I would get here today. That is insane. A Terrasteel seed. So that's going to have to be one of the most important ones that I level. So if I'm going to level something, I don't know what I should do. Should I do... But all of these are basically prepped. If I take all these ores, all these 20 stacks, I can compress them into the dense type. And then those are made to make that type of seed. And then these are ready to go to make the next type of seed. And as far as I know, they're a combination of this and this, which by the time I get around to this, I'll easily have stacks, hundreds of them, so it won't be an issue. It's been a while since I looked at this thing, but it's holding 18 bar and strong, so that's pretty sweet. So as far as I can tell, on blue. So as far as I can tell, I can just drop all these in and it should just get handled. Except for the cobblestone. Ready to compress to dense, so we should be able to extract on blue. Whoops. Got a little overzealous there. It looks like it's happening quickly. What's real cool is if you don't click on this thing after loading the game, it doesn't have all those particle effects, so you can actually see what's going on in here. You know what? I'm starting to think I didn't actually make all the seeds because it wasn't a quest reward. So for instance, lead, I haven't actually made a lead seed yet. So this is the type of activity I like to do while watching YouTube or Twitch. I don't know if the Magical Crops Diamond is any better than the Galacticraft one. Some of these seeds I really gotta push for. Like I gotta go out and actually find some Yellorite because I've realized I can unlock the big reactors right away. I've decided to try leveling 4 of them at a time. I don't know how well that's gonna work because this plot is only so big. 3, 4, 3, 4, okay. Well, you know what? It's been about, I want to say half an hour. Okay, this is kind of funny, but it literally just occurred to me that I can fly with this armor. And not that the Ender Dragon's tough, but I just didn't want to fight it. I was in no rush, you could say, but I don't know if I recall the end looking like this. Well, hey, don't tag me, bye. That Draconium right there is in the end stone. If I'm trying to make this seed right here. Oh. Wait. Was it because I was in the overworld it was showing me stone, but now that I'm in the end I can use end stone? That's a weird little quirk. That can make a guy waste some time if he's not paying attention. So does that just mean I can just duplicate Draconium immediately? What's this? End Minicio? Oh, that's weird. I don't know if I care about Minicio. Scratch that I know. I know that I don't care about Minicio. So this is kind of an amusing thought, but this Draconium that I just picked up, you think of this Draconium as like an endgame material and I can just immediately go grab it and essentially duplicate it? I guess most players though have went to the end and fought the dragon way before I have. That'll have to be the next seed that I farm. So what are the next 4 seeds that I should do? I mean, Vibrant makes a lot of sense. Pulsating would let me... Actually kind of tough. Ooh, redstone. Maybe I should really up my redstone production. So is it slow or is it just smart? It knows that I don't need to. That's kind of nice. You're not micromanaging. It's been a long time in the making, but here goes. Okay, so the launch pad gets destroyed. Apparently you can steer this bad boy a little bit too. Uh-oh. Day 1491. It's gotta be a world record. A speed run to the moon. So tier 4 must mean the rocket. Okay. So overworld, tier 1. So that's where we are right now. Oh, you know what I did forget? I thought I could just request the stuff in my crafting pouch, but I actually need it in my inventory, so I can't make a space station. That's a bit of a whoops. Okay. Then I want to go to the moon. So let's launch there. Hold space to slow down. How do you know when you have to? Okay. Well, it is a good thing. It's a good thing I got this OP armor on. It really just sneaks up on you, it turns out. Could you imagine that being my first foray into the moon? Just boom, crash landing, can't get back. Fortunately, I just killed the Ender Dragon before coming here. Kinda for this exact reason. So I've got a way to get home. I've preloaded one of these to the overworld. And I've got everything chunk loaded so I can access my inventory. Plus I've prepared a few machines here, hopefully to make a base. I don't know if that means my machine, my spaceship's destroyed. Because the spaceship I took here is not the same one that just exploded on landing, which is... We're using a decent amount of oxygen. Are the dungeons obvious? Or do I have to go exploring underground? I was really hoping for like a structure. Like an end stronghold or something. I guess I'm going to have to revert to Google because I'm not interested in exploring a lot of a area that looks basically empty. All I'm seeing is copper and tin to unlock new tiered rockets. And I couldn't trade with the villagers too. I was kind of half expecting to be able to trade with them. The first thing on Reddit said it's going to sound obvious, but look for a crater with a black dot in the middle. And I don't know if that's just because of journey map or what. Right down there. It's funny how I was just here and I missed it. Can you vein mine with a sword? You can, interesting. Whoa. Boss despawned? Well, I am not above doing an admin backup. Start. That is for sure. Let's just go for the hard damage then. A treasure chest. You need a key? Please tell me you gave me a key. Okay, good. Ooh. What's all this? Those are good. A NASA workbench. A moon buggy. That's so cool. Okay. A battleship floppy disk for computer craft. Game of life. That's kind of interesting, I would say, right? And none of this other stuff is interesting. Here's the first dungeon. I did that whole loop. And there's a few chunks from my base. Right there. Did you just throw me into the lava, man? So there should be better loot. Because the game knows. Tier 2 rocket. Boom. There it is. Man of Steel. I don't care about any of this. Oh, the dimlets are nice. So I should just be able to click here. Go to the buggy. Unlock it. Okay, go to the tier 2. Unlock it. Go back. Okay. So tier 1. Moon buggy. Tier 2. I can see the advantage of having a tier 2 rocket and not landing into the ground at max speed. And maybe you can reuse it. What do we got here? We got tier 1 booster, the fins, this and this. Heavy duty plate. Compressed meteoric iron. Well, that's weird. Good thing I stuck an emerald upgrade in. That's the dangerous thing about storage drawers early on. If you put a void upgrade early on and you forget, the skystone you were avoiding since the early game might actually have a use. So I built 4 compressors. I have a couple types of Galacticraft pressed things. You can see steel's my lowest, so I'll have to get a couple of those going. So this poor machine room up here at some point is going to need an overhaul. So I haven't really bothered placing my Galacticraft stuff down in a nice way. So I think I'm going to have to start. This is the circuit fabricator. I kind of just let it run. But really it should be dumping back into the system. And then here's the plate compressor. Oh, I've already have it preloaded. Because I'm sure I can brute force my way through this, but I'd rather have the machines working for me, even though it probably does take longer in the end. One, two. Because I'm assuming the tier 3, I guess I could just look. The tier 3. Yeah, you're a whole different breed. Oh, that's not true. Not worth showing, but I got oil going into the refinery. Fluid cow. Refining it to that. All this is powered from a tier 4 solar panel. I really should make more of those solar panels. They're nice for just a small little setup like this. I really just want to progress to get my reactor set up. My big reactor. Speaking of which, the reactor that I want to have set up, I thought that once I got my demon still, I think I've got demon still up to the 7. Each one is, see how this is 3, this is 3 of 2, this is 3 of 1. So I've got a bunch of demons still now. I made this reactor, and then I made, this piece. So I thought I was good. Here's the casing, all pretty cheap. So I was like, sweet. But one of the most important parts, the yellorium fuel rod, actually requires, I guess, the uranium rod, which requires palladium, which is what I do not have. And I think this has to come from Jupiter, just based on this piece of text here. And I don't know if it's going to make the footage, but I have a Mine Factory Reloaded laser miner. Oops. At Bedrock, sending everything here, and it's slowly just ticking away. And I've got some stuff, no Jupiter or palladium that I've seen. Lots of yellorium, got cheese, yellorium here. It's actually turned off right now with this redstone. This is one of the areas of the base that we don't talk about very much. This thing's just kind of running away. Nothing crazy. And then of course we're just powering the laser miner. And I don't think you can speed it up. This is just kind of as fast as it works. That's not true. I've got it paused right now. And I'm focusing on yellow because that gets me yellorium. Although I could probably change that because... Well, have I not made a yellorium siege yet? We've done it. We've got a tier 2 rocket. Of course, there's nowhere behind me to put it because my launch pad exploded. It doesn't tell me where to get palladium. You would think this would predate this. The reactor predates this, but apparently I have to go to extra planets. Oh my goodness. A creeper boss. Use explosives to take down this boss? You have to, though?